No way, Paul!
Hello, people. Phenomenous here. Oh my, here we go. WHO chief overrules panel to call monkeypox global emergency. Move aimed at helping nations cooperate to curb the outbreak. WHO chief Tedros, the talking turd, intervenes after expert panel was divided. The monkeypox, this is Bloomberg, July 23rd of 2022. The monkeypox outbreak is a public health emergency of international concern, the head of the World Health Organization said, overruling a divided expert panel to issue the group's highest alert. The move paves the way for stepped-up global cooperation to stop the virus, which has spread to dozens of countries. The last time the WHO made a similar declaration was during the early stages of the COVID-19 outbreak in January of 2020. U.S. Head and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra called the WHO decision a call to action for the global health community. President Joe Biden's administration has made vaccines, testing, and treatments available and is determined to accelerate our responses in the days ahead, he said in a statement. WHO Director Tedros personally intervened after 9 members of the expert committee were against declaring the monkeypox outbreak an emergency, while 6 were in favor. Tedros and the health organization had faced criticism in some quarters that they acted too slowly to ratchet up the alarms on COVID. When we have an outbreak that has spread around the world rapidly through new modes of transmission, he said during a press briefing in Geneva on Saturday. A fake, or pronounced fake. Isn't that interesting? Public health emergency of international concern is pronounced fake. A little tongue-in-cheek there, isn't it, Bloomberg? Applies to an extraordinary event that carries a public health risk via the international spread of disease, and one that potentially requires a coordinated response. It can be used to encourage nations to cooperate on countermeasures while letting the agency recommend steps such as travel advisories. U.S. response. U.S. health officials told reporters on Friday they've been weighing a similar declaration, which would ultimately come from the Department of Health and Human Services. We're looking at that. Get out of here. What are the ways in which the response could be enhanced by declaring a public health emergency? Ashish Jha, the White House COVID response coordinator, said, blah, blah, blah. Cousin of the smallpox virus, monkeypox has mostly been confined to developing countries for years, but has spread across Europe and in the U.S. in recent months. Whose assessment is that the risk of monkeypox is moderate globally and in all regions. The pathogen typically causes flu-like symptoms, followed by a rash that often starts on the face and spreads down the belly. The illness often lasts for 2 weeks to a month and can be deadly. The WHO said there are about 16,000 confirmed cases across 75 countries and regions, although most cases from Europe. 5 deaths have been recorded in Africa, the agency said. A large number of cases occurred in people between the ages 31 to 40, and the majority of them were in male patients, the WHO said. 3 criteria. Tedros said monkeypox outbreak met the 3 criteria for declaring a public health emergency of international. A fake. Although, 9 health experts said that they didn't think it was, but never mind that. A large proportion of cases have been among men who have sex with men, and many have occurred within sexual networks. Though anyone can contract the disease, the UK government recently expanded the provision of the smallpox vaccine Imvanex, never heard of it, which is shown to be effective against monkeypox. To some at-risk gay and bisexual men to help control the spread. The EU has also approved Invanex. Invanex. Alright, whatever. You get it. This is an outbreak that's concentrated among gay men who have sex with men. Especially, it's gay. If you're having sex with men, it's gay. Can you just say gay men? You can't say just men who have sex with men. With multiple sex partners, Chedro said, that means there's an outbreak that can be stopped with the right strategies in the right groups. The WHO recommended that nations implement coordinated response to stop transmission and protect vulnerable groups by offering international travel recommendations, intensifying surveillance and public health measures, and accelerating research into vaccines, therapeutics, and other tools, among other recommendations. We believe this will mobilize the world to act together. It needs not only coordination, but solidarity. So there you go. We're in the stages, folks, for Pan 2. Now, just before I started recording, I had found this article. Oh, great, now it's popping up something. Good thing I read it first. Ha! Too slow, Bloomberg. So I don't need to read this one, because it's basically similar to that one, but without the other stuff, the UN stuff, the WHO stuff. So yeah. Monkeypox focused on gay community, but not fueled by prides. Really? Sounds a lot familiar to the BLM riots and COVID-19 not being fueling the spread. But yeah, okay. We'll believe your fiction for now. I think I had some highlighted parts. Yes, so who said that it might also be of interest to note that so far in the outbreak, there have been no cases reported in other parts of the LGBTQI plus community, including, for example, among the lesbian community. It is interesting given the large number of pride festivals held in recent months that have involved casual interpersonal contact in the context of large groups, a spokesperson said, who said that a limited number of cases has also been recorded in women and children in newly affected countries, although this has not yet led to the outbreak taking hold in new populations. Now look at this photo. Clearly, they've taken a photo and photoshopped lesions and stuff on it. Can't you find a picture of someone with actual monkeypox lesions? I still don't find those pictures. I only see old stock photos from Africa. Where are the people with the pox, people? Where are they? Why do we have to Photoshop? Why can't you just get a photo? I don't know. Data tells us that close and prolonged intimate contact between men, including sexual activity, continues to play a significant role in transmitting monkeypox. Clearly, we need to continue to closely monitor the data. We know that all diseases can shift and evolve, sometimes in an unpredictable fashion. Yes, because if we're going by the last 2 years, folks, nothing that has ever happened normally will happen the same this time. Things will rapidly change, and we will see the monkeypox evolve. It's already evolved, apparently. This is a new strain that doesn't have the typical symptoms that you would see with monkeypox. Not everyone's getting the lesions. Isn't that interesting? Are we going to have asymptomatic cases now? Is that what they're going to tell us? Purely all scientific, folks. We continue to strive for a balance between the clear targeting of resources and addressing stereotyping, stigmatizing, blaming, or shaming of people. We all have a role to play in being alert to misinformation and communications fueled by racism and homophobia. Now we're at the stage where I think we have some concerns around the excessive connection just to sexual activities, because the virus can spread through so many different means of direct skin-to-skin contact. Right. Okay. Now, I found this video. It should tell you a lot of how seriously these people take this virus, this outbreak.
The first 2 monkeypox cases in children in the U.S. One case involves a toddler in California. Officials say both cases, which are not related, are likely the result of household transmission. Meanwhile, a Bridgeport man recovering from monkeypox is telling his story tonight in hopes of helping others. He spoke with CBS 2's Tim McNicholas, who joins us live in the loop. Tim.
Erica, he is one of about 202 in Chicago. That is the total number of monkeypox cases revealed here today by the city's public health commissioner. This man says he wants to share his story so that others know just how serious this is. The lesions on Aaron Gettinger's body are starting to heal. The pain is fading, but at its peak last week, on a scale of 1 to 10,
7 or 8 in terms of pain.
Patients have described painful sores all over their bodies, plus fevers, headaches, muscle aches, and swollen lymph nodes.
I called my prescriber for a next level of painkiller because garden variety ibuprofen, which is still a prescription pain medication, was not doing it for me. I needed something else.
We are here to give an update on monkeypox.
Chicago Public Health Commissioner Dr. Allison Arwady says the virus is spreading primarily among men with same-sex partners.
But this really does take, based on everything we know now, close and generally intimate contact.
She said the virus can spread from respiratory droplets or talking to someone, but unlike COVID, monkeypox usually takes about 3 hours of face-to-face contact to spread that way.
And most cases where we're seeing this are coming from much more intimate skin-to-skin contact or kissing.
Queer people should be taking this seriously. This is spreading, and we all know that risky behaviors that we can take part in that can lead to acquiring it. I certainly did, and I still went out and participated in risky behavior that led me to contracting monkeypox.
And Gettinger did get vaccinated just days before his symptoms started, so the vaccine hadn't taken full effect yet. He is also a reporter for the Hyde Park Herald who has wrote about monkeypox since May. So this is a topic that he has viewed as very important for 2 months now. And now as cases mount, he feels it is especially important to take preventative steps. Live at City Hall, Tim McNicholas, CBS 2 News.
All right, Tim, thank you. Chicago is expected to receive 15,000 new doses tomorrow. Rollout of the vaccine will include contact tracing to vaccinate those close to someone with a positive test. Because of the limited supply, officials say only those who have had close physical and possibly intimate contact with an infected person will be eligible.
Just take a look at this guy. Oh, man. But yeah. He was really concerned about the monkeypox. And again, what? Tony showed like a picture of a boo-boo. That's not him. That's not a photo of him. Where's your monkeypox? That's not a photo of his hands. Oh, that's your monkeypox? That's your monkeypox? Right on the hand there?
Body are
That's the monkeypox. It's ridiculous, folks. But let's move on. CDC monkeypox response transmission. Monkeypox virus is a completely different virus than the viruses that cause COVID-19 or measles. It is not known to linger in the air and is not transmitted during short periods of shared airspace. Monkeypox spreads through direct contact with body fluids or sores on the body of someone who has monkeypox, or with direct contact with materials that have touched body fluids or sores, such as clothing or linens. It may also spread through respiratory secretions when people have close face-to-face contact. In the current monkeypox outbreak, we know that those with disease generally describe close, sustained physical contact with other people who are infected with the virus. We continue to study our other possibilities, modes of transmission, such as through semen. Prior studies of monkeypox outbreaks shows that spread of monkeypox virus by respiratory secretions appears uncommon. Most cases of monkeypox report close contact with an infectious person While we do not know with certainty what role direct physical contact has versus the role of respiratory secretions, in instances where people who have monkeypox have traveled on airplanes, no known cases of monkeypox occurred in people seated around them, even on long international flights. So this time, the claim that it can be spread through air travel is not legitimate. So how did it get to all those countries so fast? I wonder. CDC currently recommends that people infected with monkeypox wear a mask if they must be around others in their homes, if close face-to-face contact is likely. In a healthcare setting, a patient with suspected or confirmed monkeypox infection should be placed in a single-person room. Special air handling is not required. Any procedures likely to spread oral secretions, such as intubation and extubation, should be performed in an airborne infection isolation room. Examples where monkeypox can spread. No. Casual conversations, walking by someone with monkeypox in a grocery store, touching items like doorknobs. This cannot spread it. Yes. Direct skin-to-skin contact with rash lesions, sexual intimate contact, kissing while a person is infected. Yes. Living in a house and sharing a bed with someone, sharing towels or unwashed clothing. Yes, respiratory secretions through face-to-face interactions, the type that mainly happen when living with someone or caring for someone who has monkeypox. Maybe, still learning, contact with semen or vaginal fluids. Unknown, still learning, contact with people who are infected with monkeypox but have no symptoms. Oh, the asymptomatic one. We think people with symptoms are most likely associated with spread, but some people may have very mild illness and not know they are infected. Oh, here we go again. The asymptomatic spreader. Well, it's definitely a good thing we've had the last almost 3 years, has it been 3 years now, of propaganda to condition us for this second one. So we'll know just what to do, right? Just how to obey hard enough. Monkeypox infected a California toddler, but major outbreak in kids unlikely. The first 2 cases of monkeypox in children have now been confirmed, and one of those cases is a toddler from California. That toddler was infected by someone close to the child. The California Department of Public Health confirmed. Even so, an expert who spoke to KPIC said a major monkeypox outbreak among children is unlikely. Same pattern, folks. Oh, COVID-19, the children were the least affected, least at risk, but who's had the most health regulations, interventions, things to prevent spread to children? So that means nothing. Until now, this new strain of the monkeypox has been spreading mainly among a certain segment of the population. If you look at epidemiology, it's heavily weighted at this time, though not exclusively to men who have sex with other men, said Dr. Anthony Fauci, the President's chief medical advisor. The likelihood of a child getting infected was very low, but there's no reason why monkeypox couldn't infect children. Dr. Maldonado says that since you have to have extended contact with an infected person, such as skin-to-skin contact, there's no need to be overly concerned. I think people need to be very careful about their contact with people who have been at high risk for exposure. The Centers for Disease Control says both children are taking antiviral medication but there's a lack of data from clinical trials for children taking that treatment. It's a similar story when it comes to the vaccines. The studies for the vaccines was really done in adults, so we don't have a lot of data in children, and we need to generate more data. There's data there, so we know what to do for kids. The jabs are coming for kids. I'm telling you. Dr. Maldonado credits scientists for having a vaccine available as monkeypox has spread in the United States. Numbers. We're just fortunate that vaccine, the genius. Are you a genius for taking the vaccine? Does it make you smarter? Which was the backup vaccine approved for smallpox. So yeah, that's the end of that one. Now let's talk about the vaccines. Monkeypox has been declared a global emergency. Should you get a vaccine? And which one? Should you get a monkeypox vaccine? There have been blah 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 number of cases. Blah 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 blah. Unlike with COVID-19, when the world had to wait for a vaccine to be created, a monkeypox vaccine called Genius already exists, though the US is struggling to meet demand for the shot. An older vaccine that was designed to prevent smallpox, AdCam 2000, can also be used to prevent monkeypox, which is the same virus family. However, this vaccine tends to cause more side effects and cannot be given to people who are immunocompromised or have certain health conditions, said Mary Jo Trepka, an infectious disease epidemiologist at Florida International University Robert Stempel College of Public Health and Social Work. So blah 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 blah. Vaccination priority with the Genius vaccine should be given to people who are at risk for severe such as people with HIV, the virus that causes AIDS, or another immunocompromised condition, says the CDC. Genius monkeypox vaccine at a glance. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved the Genius vaccine in 2019. Ding 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 ding. To help prevent monkeypox and smallpox in people 18 and older who are considered to be at high risk for infection of smallpox and monkeypox in the U.S. Right. The Genius requires 2 shots given 4 weeks apart. People are considered fully vaccinated about 2 weeks after their second shot, just like the COVID-19er, right? 2 weeks after the second shot. Same pattern, folks. So people are already used to this, you know? Genius is made with a non-replicating live virus, which makes it a better option for people with weaker immune systems, who are pregnant or have other health conditions, according to the CDC. It's also safe for people with HIV and atopic dermatitis. How effective is the monkeypox vaccine? Genius is 85%. It's at least 85% effective in preventing monkeypox infection based on data from animal studies, as well as the immune response to vaccine in humans. There's no data on how effective it is against the current outbreak, though. The FDA approval of Genius included 22 clinical trials on almost 8,000 people, according to Slate, the online magazine. AdCam 2000 vaccine at a glance. So, AdCam 2000 has a live virus that is replication competent, per the CDC. This vaccine does not give people smallpox. It does give a mild virus in order to prompt an immune response, said Trepka, the FIU epidemiologist. This causes a lesion to temporarily develop in the vaccination area and requires people to be extra careful to avoid spreading it to others. The federal government says it has ample supply of AdCam 2000, but the shot has significant side effects and cannot be given to everyone, making it a less popular choice. Vaccine risk versus monkeypox. We'll get more on the risks and stuff in another article. Vaccine risks versus monkeypox. For most people exposed to monkeypox, the risk from the disease is greater than the risks from the smallpox or monkeypox vaccine, according to the CDC. Monkeypox is milder than smallpox and is usually less fatal. So far, no one has died from the monkeypox in the United States during this international outbreak. Yes, but it's safer. It's more risky than the vaccines because why? You just said one thing and then you make a case that it's not deadly. This makes no sense. So, AdCam smallpox vaccine questions and answers. The vaccine is manufactured by Sanofi Pasteur Biologies Co. The approval and availability of this second-generation smallpox vaccine is the strategic national stockpile. Enhances the emergency preparedness of the United States against the use of smallpox as a dangerous biological weapon. That's the point of the stockpile, was to prevent a bioattack. Right. Dark Winter. Questions about smallpox in AdCam 2000. How does AdCam 2000 work? The vaccine is made from a virus called vaccinia, which is a pox-type virus related to smallpox but causes milder disease. AdCam 2000 cannot cause smallpox. It does not contain the smallpox virus, but rather the live vaccinia virus, not dead virus like other vaccines. For this reason, attentively caring for the vaccination site is important to prevent the virus from spreading from the vaccination site to other parts of the body or to other people. Questions about adverse side effects and who should not be immunized. Are there any possible side effects associated with the use of AdCam 2000? Yes, health complications can occur after receiving the vaccine, and the risk of experiencing serious side effects must be weighed against the risk of experiencing a potentially fatal smallpox infection. Now, I'd just like to pause and say, YouTube, this is from the FDA website, so I am reading fact-checked information to you. It doesn't even need fact-checking. It's the authoritative information, so you should not censor me for reporting on what is said in the FDA website. The vaccine may cause myocarditis or pericarditis, which are inflammation and swelling of the heart and surrounding tissues and can be very serious. Based on clinical studies, myocarditis and or pericarditis occurs in 1 in 175 adults who get the vaccine for the first time. Ooh, that's nasty. Serious health problems, including those that are life-threatening, can also occur in unvaccinated people who are accidentally infected by someone who has recently received the vaccine. In particular, unvaccinated people who are pregnant or have problems with the heart or immune system, or have skin problems like eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, and have close contact with vaccine recipient are in an increased risk for serious problems if they become infected with the vaccine virus, either by being vaccinated or by being in close contact with a person who was vaccinated. It is very important for the AdCam 2000 recipient to properly care for the vaccination site to prevent the virus in the vaccine from spreading and infecting another part of the body and other people. This is not a safe vaccine, folks. This could cause a lot more people to become sick. Even though it's not necessarily the smallpox virus that's spreading to people, it is a pox virus that is spreading to people, that could spread to people if people who get the AdCam 2000 in lieu of the shortage on the Genius vaccine. See, if you're a genius, you get the Genius vaccine. But a lot of people who don't have access to that get the AdCam 2000, and if they're not taking proper precautions, could start getting a lot of people sick and could kill a lot of people, potentially. These types of serious adverse events are similar to those that occurred in the past with other smallpox vaccines. More commonly observed side effects include itching, sore arm, fever, headache, body ache, mild rash of fatigue. AdCam 2000 is the first vaccine licensed with a medication guide. FDA has determined that a medication guide is necessary for safe and effective use of this product because it could help prevent serious adverse events and inform the recipient of serious risks relative to benefit that could affect their decisions to be vaccinated. Will AdCam 2000 be available to anyone who wants it? No. The manufacturer has stated that the vaccine won't be available to the public commercially, meaning it can't be obtained from a doctor's office, as been purchased by federal government for inclusion within the country's strategic national stockpile for distribution by the Department of Health and Human Services in case it is ever needed, which happens to be now. Currently, designated U.S. military personnel receive the vaccine. In addition, laboratory researchers working on certain pox viruses are also eligible to receive the vaccine. The vaccine is not recommended for use by general population, as there is no smallpox disease in the world. But they're doing it. They're giving it to people in the general population. But here we go. So let's talk about smallpox and how it spreads. How does smallpox spread? It's different from the monkeypox, apparently. Before smallpox was eradicated, it was mainly spread by direct and fairly prolonged face-to-face contact between people. Smallpox patients became contagious once the first sores appeared in their mouth and throat. Early RAS stage, they spread the virus when they coughed or sneezed, and droplets from their nose and mouth spread to other people. They remained contagious until their last smallpox scab fell off. Rarely, smallpox has spread through the air in enclosed settings, such as a building airborne route. Smallpox can be spread by humans only. Scientists have no evidence that smallpox can be spread by insects or animals. That was per the CDC. Everything is official, YouTube. This is all CDC, FDA information I am sharing here today. Considerations for monkeypox vaccination. Vaccine strategies to prevent monkeypox. Let's see. This is interesting. Outbreak response monkeypox vaccine post-exposure prophylaxis. So we have, we start here. So there's the monkeypox vaccine post-exposure prophylaxis, PEP. And that's for the current outbreak. This approach can be considered a standard PEP for monkeypox. People can be vaccinated following exposure to monkeypox to help prevent illness from monkeypox virus. It is important that states and other jurisdictions identify contacts of confirmed or probable monkeypox cases. To offer vaccine for PEP and to monitor for any early signs of illness. CDC recommends that the vaccine be given within 4 days from the date of exposure for the best chance to prevent onset of disease. Given whatever. So then there's the second one, outbreak response, monkeypox vaccine post-exposure prophylaxis, PEP++. Double plus good, y'all. For the current outbreak, the expanded approach can be considered as individual-directed PEP. For monkeypox, public health officials refer to it as expanded PEP or PEP++. People with certain risk factors are more likely to have been recently exposed to monkeypox. The PEP++ approach aims to reach these people for post-exposure prophylaxis, even if they have not had documented exposure to someone with confirmed monkeypox. When coupled with self-isolation and other prevention measures, when symptoms first occur, PEP++ may help slow the spread of the disease in areas with large numbers of monkeypox cases, which would suggest a higher level of monkeypox virus transmission. And then there's monkeypox vaccine pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP. This approach refers to administering vaccine to someone at high risk for monkeypox. For example, laboratory workers who handle specimens that might contain monkeypox virus. At this time, most clinicians in the United States and laboratorians not performing the orthopox virus generic tests to diagnose orthopox viruses, including monkeypox virus, are not advised to receive monkeypox vaccine PrEP. I think that's all that was on here. Oh, no, there's more. But yeah, PrEP. Are you familiar with PrEP? Oh, why am I zoomed in? That's weird. But yeah, PrEP. You look up PrEP. If you're familiar with PrEP, you'll understand right away what this is about. PrEP is highly associated with the HIV. Pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP, when people at very high risk for HIV take HIV medicines daily to lower their chances of getting infected. PrEP can stop HIV from taking a hold and spreading throughout your body. It is highly effective for preventing HIV if used as prescribed, but is much less effective when not taken consistently. Now, that's the first stuff that pops up when you type in PrEP. For more information about that, PrEP, HIV, CDC website, PrEP, pre-exposed, yeah, blah, blah, can reduce your chance of getting HIV from sex or injection drug use when taken as prescribed. PrEP is highly effective for preventing HIV. This section answers some of the most common blah, blah, blah. You notice it's the blue pill, of course. But yeah, if you're familiar with PrEP, you know all about the blue pill, the Truvada, sex, the sex you want. Take pride in the sex you want. Remember, in the subway, they advertise this pill. This is obviously my photo edit, but never mind that part. These were up at the subway stations in like Toronto and Montreal or something like that. The sexy way you want. The pill, the blue pill, Truvada, or whatever. But yeah, isn't it interesting the lingo we're seeing here? But back to, where was I? Let's continue on here. That was just an aside I wanted to talk about it real quick. Special considerations for Genius. 2 doses, blah, blah, blah. It's the same COVID-19 doses. Genius has been evaluated in clinical studies, HIV infection, involving people with HIV infection. There's so much connected to this whole monkeypox and HIV thing. It's the gay pox, basically. It's, as one friend put it, it's HIV rebranded, the whole monkeypox thing. But yeah, that's just an aside, YouTube. Don't count that as misinformation. That's just an personal opinion. I'm not telling people that's what it actually is. So just fucking relax. People who receive Genius are considered geniuses. No, are considered to reach maximum immunity 14 days after their second dose. 6 weeks from first dose. They love their sixes. They should continue to take precautions against monkeypox during this time. We do not know if Genius will fully protect against monkeypox virus infection in this outbreak, so we're in the same position as we were with COVID-19. COVID-19 didn't have the vaccine until much later, obviously, but again, they didn't know if it was going to prevent anything, and now here we are with the 4th dose. So, yeah, expect the same pattern. They got you conditioned for it, now they'll just keep doing it. We do not know if Genius... Okay, I just read that. Special consideration for AdCam 2000. Recipients should be informed of the risks and benefits of AdCam 2000 prior to vaccination. People who are eligible for and offered AdCam 2000 should be tested for HIV to ensure they are HIV negative. And since this is being used on people who are not immunocompromised, the general public... This is being given to the general public, which I read previously, it should not be given to the general public. So that's exactly who they are targeting with this vaccine. Because the Genius is in short supply, right? People who receive AdCam 2000 are considered to reach maximum immunity 1 month after their dose. Until full immunity is reached, they need to take specific precautions to prevent spread of the vaccine virus to others, including through direct contact, including sexual contact. So administration is 1 per continuous, I don't know how to say the word, dose via multiple punctures techniques with a bifurcated needle. So it's little punctures. They dip it in the vaccine and they puncture you with it. Several times, apparently. Human cells, includes pain. So AdCam 2000 should not be given to people with the following conditions: cardiac disease, eye disease treated with topical steroids, congenital or acquired immune deficiency disorders, including those taking immunosuppressive medications, and people living with HIV regardless of immune status, atopic dermatitis, eczema, and persons with a history of atopic dermatitis, eczema, or other acute or exfoliative skin conditions, infants less than 12 months of age, and pregnancy. Anyways, let's move on. Where is this going to lead, folks? May 23rd. Lockdowns are coming. Monkeypox outbreak inspires waves of conspiracy theories. Look, they're getting the conspiracy jab. It's right there. It's a conspiracy vaccine right there. Global outbreak of monkeypox virus is already inspiring conspiracy theories and just like last time, many falsely claim the outbreak is caused by the COVID-19 vaccine. So yeah, rare virus, blah blah blah. There was talks about it. The new wave of lockdowns, and back in May, I don't want to go through this article, but here, you see in Singapore, monkeypox declared global emergency, large-scale restrictions in Spore. That's what they call Singapore for short, Spore. Interesting. So, Singapore, blah, blah, blah. So this doctor pointed out that unlike COVID-19, which could be transmitted through droplets in the air, but monkeypox can, or smallpox can, both can be transmitted through droplets in the air. That's why they have the mask recommendations. So what's the difference? It's primarily transmitted through close, prolonged contact with an affected person. I think the reason to have restriction measures will be to control or slow down the spread of contagious disease. However, such measures must be effective and must do less harm than the disease. I can think of no really good restrictive measures that will effectively block the spread of monkeypox in Singapore. Instead, he said there is a need for better surveillance, better education, so that people can seek medical attention more quickly, take necessary precautions, and refrain from high-risk activities. I haven't seen much out there yet about any kind of locking down of people. But you know that if they are talking about what the conspiracy theorists are saying, that later on, it will be what happens. And you'll be all locked down like these poor apes here. Yes, it is Planet of the Apes, because why not? But yeah, this is a nice image here. There's your quarantine monkeypox. What have I been saying? They're trying to make a monkey out of you. Yep. So, here we go again. We have another fake, I guess it's pronounced, by the WHO. According to Bloomberg, another fake has been announced. So here we go again. Expect it to escalate. Yeah, there's really not much more to say than just wait and see the circus continue the rollout. And with that said, I appreciate your time and attention as always. If you'd like the work I do, please like and share. If you want to support the work I do, go to the links below to find out how you can do that. Thank you again. And this is Venomous reporting from the brave new world. And I'll catch you all next time.
Are you talking to me? No way, punk!